Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will guide you through the step-by-step process of GST registration for a proprietorship. If you own a proprietorship and your annual turnover exceeds the threshold limit set by the government, it is essential to register for goods and services tax, that is GST. So let's get started. Hi, myself Akhila, GST Practitioner. If you need any consultation regarding GST, you can contact me to the details which is provided in the video. Determine eligibility. The first step is to determine whether your proprietorship is eligible for GST registration. As per the GST Act, if your annual turnover exceeds Rs 20 lakh for normal category states and Rs 10 lakh for special category states, you must register for GST. However, if your turnover is below the threshold, registration is optional but it can still be beneficial. Next, you have to gather required documents. That is, to initiate the GST registration process, make sure you have the following documents ready. That are PAN card of the proprietor, Aadhaar card of the proprietor, proof of business address, that is a utility bill, rent agreement or NOCs, then bank account details, that is cancelled check or bank statements, digital signature if applicable, photograph of proprietor, letter of authorization if a representative is appointed. Online registration process. Now let's move on to the online registration process. For that, follow these steps. First, you have to visit the GST portal, that is you have to go to the official GST portal, that is www.gst.gov.in. On the GST portal, click on the services tab located on the top menu bar. From the drop down menu, select registration. Click on the new registration option. You will get a page like this. Fill in the required information. From the drop down, select taxpayer. Then select state and district from drop down and fill the details like legal name of the business as mentioned in the PAN, that is permanent account number. Enter email ID and mobile number and click on proceed. Enter the OTP received on your mobile number and email address to verify your contact details. Both the OTP will be different, that is the OTP which you will receive on your mobile number and the email ID, both OTPs will be different. On clicking the proceed button, you are submitting the part A of the registration process and you will be getting an TRN number, that is temporary reference number. Then click on proceed button. You will be redirected to the same page. In that page you have to select temporary reference number and you have to enter the TRN number which you have received to your registered mobile number and email ID, and you have to enter the CAPTCHA and click on proceed button. You will get an OTP to your registered email ID and mobile number. You have to enter the OTP which you received and click on proceed. You will get a page like this in my saved application. So here there is an edit option just below the action tab. You have to click that edit button. So you will be getting a page where you have to fill the second part of your application. Here the legal name of business and the PAN card number will be auto-populated as you had provided it in the form A, and you have to provide the number then like trade name and constitution of the business. From the drop down of the constitution of business, you have to select proprietorship, and if your business have any additional trade name, you have to provide the details, and the name of the state will be auto-populated from your PAN card, and you have to select the district. If you are applying for registration as a casual taxable person, you have to enable this button, and for option for composition, if you are opting for composition scheme, you have to enable the second button. From the reason for obtaining registration, you will get the drop down. You have to select why you are taking the registration, whether you are crossing the threshold limit or if you are doing interstate supply. What is the reason to take the registration for the business? You have to select the reason. Here you have to select the date of commencement of business, on which date that your business has been commenced. That date you have to select. And next you have to select date on which liability to register arise. That is, if you are selecting the reason as crossing the threshold limit, you have to select the date from which date your aggregate turnover has been crossing the threshold limit. If you click on proceed button, you will be taken to the next page where you have to fill the details of proprietor, that is personal information like first name, middle name, last name, then name of the father, date of birth, mobile number, email ID, gender, telephone number, then designation status of the proprietor, director identification number. Then you have to select that are you a citizen of India or not. You have to provide your PAN number here and the residential address of your business, that is you have to provide the complete address of your business like country, pin code, state, district, city, sublocality, street. The complete address you have to mention here, and you have to upload your photograph. Either you can upload your pre-taken photograph here by selecting the choose file, or you can take your picture at the spot. If the proprietor is also the authorized signatory, you have to enable this button. Then you have to click on save and continue. In the next tab, you can see the details of authorized representative. If your business have any particular authorized representative, you have to enable this button, then have to enter the details of that person, and you have to click on save and continue. As you see in this tab, you can see principal place of business as well as additional place of business. If your business having more than one branch in the same state, you can add one particular place as a principal place of business and others as an additional place of business. You have to enter the complete address of both your principal place of business as well as your additional place of business. Here you have to select nature of possession, whether it's your own building or rented or leased. Whatever the nature of possession, you have to select that, and you have to upload the supporting document for that, and have to select nature of business activity being carried out at above mentioned premises, whether it is a warehouse or a retail business. For what purpose you are using that building, you have to mention here. If you have additional place of business, you have to enable this button, and we have to click on save and continue. In the next tab, you have to provide the details of goods and services. We have to specify top 5 commodities. You have to provide the HSN number of your product here, and you have to click on save and continue. In this tab, you have to authenticate your Aadhaar card. For that, you have to enable this button. Then click on save and continue. Then you have to verify the details which you have provided in the application. You have to submit the application form. You will be getting an ARN number, that is application reference number, once you have completed with the steps to your registered email ID. So you can use that ARN number to track the status of your application. The next step is the verification process. Once the application is submitted, it goes through a verification process conducted by the GST department. The verification may involve scrutinizing the provided documents and may require additional information if required by the department. Next, you will get a certification of registration. If your application is approved, you will receive the certification of registration through the GST portal. This certificate serves as a proof that your proprietorship is now a registered entity under GST. Next is commencement of business. After obtaining the GST registration certificate, you are authorized to start a business operations with the benefits and obligations that comes with the GST compliance. Next is the maintenance and compliance. It's important to note that GST compliance goes beyond the registration. As a registered proprietor, you must maintain proper records, file timely returns, and other to GST regulations. Non-compliance can lead to penalties and legal actions. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the GST registration process for your proprietorship. Obtaining GST registration brings numerous benefits such as availing input tax credit, being recognized as a legitimate business entity. Remember to stay compliant with GST regulations to ensure smooth operations. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel for more informative content.